Good morning and welcome to the morning show. I'm your host Mikey, and today I'm going to be joined by Millie Hart to talk about cornhole. But first I'm going to turn it over to JC for a little news and events this week.
Hi friends, hope you're having a great day so far. I'm going to give you just a little bit of a preview of some of the things going on this week. So I'm glad you're joining us for the morning show. We still have some room left if you're interested in joining us for today's mystery trip. We are meeting in the main lobby. The bus will pull away at 9:45, so we're going to have an adventure. Thank you so much to everybody who did sign up for that trip. I really think it's going to be fun. And then later today at 1 o'clock, Stacy will be hosting an Intelligence Squared debate in the Muirfield room. This one is about, has globalization backfired? So if you haven't watched one of those debates before, the reason that I think that folks have enjoyed them is that they offer both perspectives in a non-skewed sort of way. So that's a lifelong learning opportunity. If you'd like to come to that today, to watch that debate, those are pre-recorded by Intelligence Squared, but I think that our folks have really enjoyed those. Then you've got an opportunity to do some senior fit assessments this week on Monday and Tuesday. Monday you'll be in, I'm going to say, the Brandywine Fitness Center, and Tuesday you'll be in Ash Run Fitness Center. On Tuesday, if you are 90 years old or older and you have RSVP'd, we will be so thrilled to celebrate with you at the Nifty to Be 90 birthday celebration. I put a little note in the newsletter. If you have not RSVP'd, if you would just let me know and let me know what menu choice you would like, I will do my absolute best. We needed to turn those menu counts in about a week in advance, so we're going to do the best that we can to accommodate anybody that wasn't able to RSVP in that initial time slot. Then there's an opportunity to go to Polaris Mall that afternoon, and at 2 o'clock in the Muirfield room, we'll be showing Andrea Bocelli, One Night in Central Park. That is a special recording that was loaned to us by Barb Bowmaster. I know that there were several of you that attended the concert when Andrea Bocelli was here in Columbus. That was probably just a couple of months ago. So this is an opportunity to see him for not quite so many dollars. So I hope that you'll enjoy that and see us in the Muirfield room. Jim Plover's here on Wednesday morning, which is wonderful. You know, we welcome Jim twice a month in the art studio for Open Studio. He is incredibly kind and so skilled. If you've not ever been to the art studio, that would be a great day to go and to meet Jim and to get started. Then there's a special stretch class on Wednesday, 11 o'clock. It is usually in the fitness center. It's going to be in the Muirfield room today. On Wednesday. The stretch class will be in the Muirfield room because we are celebrating Wellness Wednesday. And the theme of Wellness Wednesday this week is stretch. So there's a little challenge that goes along with stretch class. Of course, bring yourself, but also bring somebody who's never been to class before. And if you do that, then you'll be entered in a raffle to win a prize. So we hope that you're enjoying this Wellness Wednesday offering. This is our second week. Last week we had smoothies. This week we're focusing on stretch, and we've got some exciting things coming up. So please take advantage of that. In the afternoon at 2 o'clock, Michael Provenzano is going to be singing for us. So his specialty is Dean Martin, music of the Rat Pack. His advertisement says Italy's favorite son, so he has Italian roots, really loves to sing that music. I think it's going to be a great afternoon. So join us 2 o'clock in the Muirfield room on Wednesday. Last little note about Wednesday. You probably read that our wonderful craft instructor, Jean Swemba, is on a leave of absence, and we're missing her dearly. But Phyllis Delker, one of our residents here, has graciously offered to step in for the last polymer bead workshop. So if you attended any of the other two and you made some jewelry that needs to be, I'm going to say glazed, and that's not the right word, but there's some kind of a coating that goes on that jewelry to preserve it, and Phyllis is going to oversee that on Wednesday. So we're very grateful to her for offering to do that. On Thursday, 1 o'clock, Columbus Neighborhoods will be showing the episode that focuses on King Lincoln this week. Also on Thursday is the first day of our new 5-week lifelong learning class. So author Andra Gillum, she is a Columbus Dispatch columnist, she's a children's book author, she's a wonderful writer. She's going to be joining us for Writing Your Memoirs. So we hope that you'll sign up to attend. It's a 5-week commitment, and certainly it's okay if you need to miss a class in there somewhere, but we'd love to see you for that. She's going to guide folks through sort of some special prompts to help you think about how you might capture some of the more interesting stories from your past. Maybe you want to preserve those for your grandkiddos or just for yourself. We would love to see you in creative writing. Then let's see, Friday is CSO dress rehearsal. If you haven't signed up and you want to go, that's not a problem. I will probably be purchasing those tickets today or tomorrow, so if you wish to cancel, that's okay too. No cost to do that since I haven't bought those tickets yet. So we'd love to see you for Dvorak's New World on Friday morning. There's another Intelligence Squared debate. We don't do that on purpose, schedule 2 in a week, but one was January's and one was February's, and it just worked out that way. So Friday's debate is, can humans adapt to climate change? And again, Stacy will be hosting that in the Muirfield room. The Walking Club is meeting that afternoon. And then at 4 o'clock, there's a special opportunity to socialize in Waterford Place. You may know this, but our independent living area and Waterford Place are connected for a reason. It's because we wish to offer things that will help us socialize between those two areas, and that has historically been really hard because of COVID. However, we're trying to kind of take some really small baby steps in that direction, and one of those is this Friday's happy hour. Wade Jones, who does a beautiful job on the piano, is going to be playing the piano. We're going to have drinks. There will be soft drinks. I believe there's going to be cheese and crackers. We'd love to see you. We've limited this first opportunity to 20 people because we're just not sure what the seating is going to look like in that cafe. So this time we're going to plan, we'll definitely have 20 seats dedicated to independent living, and then we're going to see. Next time, can we invite 30 or 40? We're not sure. So we want to see what that looks like in action before we make that decision. So please join us. We would love to have you at 4 o'clock in the Waterford Cafe. That evening, if you're going to CSO, we hope you have a great time. It's the same show as the morning dress rehearsal, Dvorak's New World. That is it for this week. Nothing to do, I know, as usual, but we'd certainly love to see you at any and all of those events this week. Mikey.
Thank you so much, JC. We really appreciate it. Next, I have resident Millie Hart here with me today. And before we start talking about cornhole, Millie was just sharing with me she was in a movie once. Would you like to share that story with our residents here?
I was an extra in the movie Teachers. And it happened when my principal saw notice that they were going to have tryouts for extras, and he suggested I go. So I went, and I got the part of the school librarian. I did not have a speaking role, but I am in the movie.
Fun, so fun. So you have experience in front of the camera.
Yes.
All right, so before I ask Millie some questions here, I'm going to give you some cornhole fun facts. So cornhole, if you don't know, there's some debates where it originally came from. Some believe it was a sport founded in the early 1800s in Germany. Others believe it was invented by indigenous Americans called the Black Hawk tribe, which were in present-day Illinois. And then it is thought that people at that time put dried beans in pigs' bladders and used them as bean bags. That's a little different than they do it today. Other origin stories depict a man named Jebediah from Kentucky, who was a farmer who invented the game. So there's lots of different debate. No one really knows where it actually came from. Do you have any idea where it might have come from?
I remember playing beanbag when I was a child. My mother sewed little bags, and she put beans in them.
Yeah.
And we had to throw them in a mason jar.
Oh, okay, that's fun. And then, did you know that boards used to have square holes? They used to play with square holes originally. And then, did you know that Cincinnati, Ohio is considered the cornhole capital? And that's where the American Cornhole Association was actually founded. So right here in our state.
That's great.
Yeah. And then cornhole is known by a lot of different names depending on where you are. bago, bags, backyard toss, bean bags, bean bag game, bean toss, hillbilly horseshoes, all kinds of different names. So those are some fun facts about cornhole. Next we'll ask Millie some questions here. So you participate in a lot of activities here at FED. Which recreation activities do you participate in?
Well, I've been here 3.5 years at the village, and I have played pickleball, bocce, croquet, Wii bowling, and cornhole.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of our stuff, and you do a lot of our fitness classes too.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
quite often, regularly.
Right. So how long have you been playing cornhole? You mentioned you did the little bag toss game with your mom.
Yeah,
When
well,
did you
that
play
was when I
cornhole
was
like
a
this?
kid. But when my first time playing cornhole was at our Florida home for the winter. We had an Ohio club in the area where I lived, and we had parties. And one time, one of the people brought a cornhole set, and it had Ohio State Buckeyes written on it. So I thought, oh, this has got to be fun. And that was my first time really playing cornhole.
Oh, good, fun. And then, could you explain some of the rules of cornhole and maybe the scoring? I know that some people get a little confused with the scoring sometimes.
Well, the rules are that you stand in back of the front of the board, and you are playing against your opponent, standing to your side, and each of you have 4 bags of corn. I assume it's corn or something else. And you take turns throwing those, trying to get the bag in the hole. There are 3 points for each bag that goes in the hole. There's 1 point for each bag that lands on the board, and there are no points if it lands on the floor. So you take turns throwing until you each have thrown your 4 bags, and then you add up the score. And there's only one person that scores. The person that gets the most points subtracts the other person's points from their score, and that is their score. And the game goes to 21 points.
Yeah, and we keep a scoreboard here so we don't get confused too for
Yes.
indoor rec. And then let's talk about indoor rec too. So we do that Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. So we play this game cornhole here, and we do ping pong as well. And Millie's always here for that. Maybe could you demonstrate a few throws for us here and show us how it's done?
All right.
Let me adjust the camera here. Give us a little different view.
Well, you stand behind the board, someplace back here, whatever's comfortable for you, and you toss the bag like that and hope it goes in the hole. And then your partner, I mean, not your partner's on the other end, but the opponent would throw their bag, and then you would throw again until you have thrown the 4 bags.
Yeah. So do you have any strategy you use when you're playing this game?
Well, like all games, most of them, they say keep your eye on the ball. Here, you keep your eye on the hole. And you're aiming, so you're eyeing what you're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
Now that would be a no-pointer. That would be a no-pointer. So that would be end up with 2 points.
And then maybe talk about a little bit how we do it here for indoor rec. Do you need a partner to come down and do this, or can you just come down and play?
No, you don't need a partner for this. We partner with anyone. And it's at 2 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays, as Mikey said. And I think you should try it because you not only get to socialize with the people, you get movement, exercise, and you get to play the game, and it's fun. I encourage everybody to come. I found this one of the most fun games that we have here at the village.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us, Millie, and hopefully we get a few new people coming down today and Wednesday.
All right,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.